Hey, good afternoon everybody. This is Brett here. It's March 9th. Actually, it happens to be my birthday today. And I would say it's about 11:30 in the afternoon. Back at Morrow Mountain today, and I'm going to do another trail called the Hattaway Trail, which starts at the pool ground here. They call it a 2-mile loop that takes you on top of Hattaway Mountain, and it's considered very strenuous. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to find out what that is. I was going to do some other trails today, but some last minute change of plans made me come back to Morrow Mountain. And I know many of you may be thinking, wow, you know, you put so many videos of Morrow Mountain down. Well, I promise you, I will get out there and explore more of them. Like I said, I was planning on doing another larger hike this morning, but something else came up and kind of changed my plan at the last minute. So back at Morrow Mountain today, and as you can see the sign behind me, we're going to be doing something called the Hattaway Mountain Trail. It's shown to be a 2-mile loop, although this one is classified as strenuous. But this should be a fairly nice hike. You know, the weather is perfect for it today. And like I said, it is considered strenuous. So we'll just have to see what they mean by that. I do know they say it heads straight up the side of Hattaway Mountain and across the ridgeline. But 2 miles isn't that far, so we'll see. And like I said earlier, some of you may be asking, wow, why do you do Morrow Mountain so much? I've covered a lot of trails in this state, and it is a matter of time that I'll get out and I'll start videotaping the other ones. I was walking a lot of these trails before I got the camcorder, so a lot of them were missed. And I don't know, Morrow Mountain, I think a big part of it, because we're still in, you know, semi-winter, the weather's been cold, you know, things like that. I tend to stay close to home for right now. And I can get to Morrow Mountain in about, well, I don't know, 20-25 minutes. So, you know, makes perfect sense. We're going to be exploring a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of trails, a lot of parks, not to mention the Appalachian Trail is definitely within driving distance here. And when the weather clears up, you know, we'll be able to venture out a lot more. It looks like this trail kind of goes both ways here. Let's take a look at this sign. I'll tell you what, why don't we take the left? It says if we go left here, the Hattaway Mountain Trail is a loop. It is 1.6 miles to return to this point. So whether we go right or left, it's the same. However, I heard that if we do go left here, this is more uphill. This pretty much takes you on a straight incline right to the top. So we're going to go ahead and turn left here and start heading up. And I'm already on an incline here. We're definitely going uphill. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not, but it's definitely winding up here. I've only traveled about 1/4 of a mile so far, but I tell you what, they weren't kidding when they called this strenuous. I've been doing nothing but going straight up the side of this mountain. Let's shove off. Yep, that's our destination, somewhere up there. And as you can tell where we came from. That's one steep mountain there.
Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. You never will get where you're going if you never get up on your feet. Come on, there's a good tailwind blowing. A fast-walking man is hard to beat. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front.
They weren't kidding when they said this was strenuous. I've done nothing but walk uphill for at least a half a mile. I'm completely out of breath. I'll make it up to this log here. Take a seat, maybe drink some water. Whew. Time to catch my breath. Well, I believe we finally reached the top of this mountain. Definitely not for the squeamish. Anybody out there who has difficulty breathing, maybe heart issues, problems with your legs, would certainly pass on this one. When we started at that pull, it took us at least a half a mile, nearly going straight up. It winded and curved a little bit, but it was an incline the entire way. Finally, at about, I don't know, about 0.6 to 0.7 of a mile, it finally leveled off to where we are now. And if you do it, have good cardio, because I had a problem. I was even losing my breath coming up that trail. As far as kids, yeah, kids could probably do it, but only if they're young and energetic. These teenagers, you take a teenager up that hill, they're probably going to get tired halfway up and want to turn around. So, in my opinion, probably not a trail for younger children. And I couldn't imagine carrying one up, in a stroller or anything like that. Like I said, you got a small view of the surrounding land, but I don't know, you just can't see a whole lot yet. As far as the foliage, obviously it's just the beginning of March, so most of these trees have not gotten their leaves back yet. So it's still pretty open up here. Okay, and that's definitely going downhill there, so yeah, we're at probably coming off the summit of this mountain right now. I don't know, getting up here, like I said, not too bad of a trail. I think most anybody could do it. If you get tired, just take a break. But like I said, for your own safety, if you have any kind of heart condition or difficulty breathing, smoker, emphysema, something like that, you may want to pass on this. Because like I said, even for me, it was knocking my breath out. I had to stop once or twice against a tree to catch my breath. And I would not bring my kids up here. I mean, I would much rather try to find them a, small flat trail with creeks and ponds and stuff for them to play with. But and besides, like I said, as far as children go, there isn't really a lot to see up here. Nothing that would spark their interest. As for me, I just love nature. I like getting out. I like exploring new places. I love to walk to and see nature, even though I haven't seen many animals out today, but I just love being outside. And if I'm going to be outside, I might as well spend it exercising or enjoying myself at a picnic or, you know, something to that effect. So I'll tell you what, let's go right over here to this rock. Well, everybody, break time's over. We actually sat here for about 20 minutes, just chilling out and enjoying the area. That's really cool. That's got to be quartz. That thing's crystal white. But anyways, like I said earlier, we're definitely heading down now. Very peaceful up here, though. I have not run into any people at all whatsoever yet. Therefore, it's been pretty quiet up here today. Yeah, we're definitely on a downward climb now. Like I said, they said this whole trail was 1.6 miles, which, you know, is very short. I like to try to find trails at least 2 to 8 miles, but I think when I saw this, Hattaway Mountain is one of the big spots of Morrow Mountain State Park. Of course, Morrow Mountain is, and the other one is Hattaway Mountain. So that's part of the reason I chose this trail. As far as the other trails go, maybe if I get bored one day, I'll come out and check them out. The only one I am definitely going to film in the future is, you know, the pinnacle of the park, Morrow Mountain itself. You know, you can drive up there, of course, but what's the fun of that? And I think there's a trail that takes you straight up to the top of the mountain, which is considered really strenuous. And then there's another trail that kind of winds around it a little bit. So who knows, maybe I'll do both of them in the future. But for now, I'm keeping it simple. I'm keeping it close to home until this weather breaks a little bit. So, like I said, every once in a while, learn to stop, look around, enjoy the environment, and look for those blazes right there, and you'll be fine. Now, going down is pretty much just as steep as coming up here. I mean, going down is always better, but yeah, you really have to watch your footing in here. It would be very easy for somebody to lose their footing on these rocks. Now it's a lot prettier going down. Going up was, like I said, it hurt a little bit. I ran out of breath. The woods was very open. You know, like I said, not a lot of green on trees yet, but coming down is extremely steep with a lot of rocks, but yet it's curving down through a definite forest trail. As you can see ahead of me, I mean, it winds down pretty good. Everything's a lot greener down here, and you know, just a lot prettier coming down this trail. I'm hearing a lot of running water over there to the left. Hopefully this trail leads down to it, because I need to get me some. Not what I would call a waterfall, but this will work just fine. But for me, I use something called the Mini Sawyer water filter, which I'm sure many of you have seen before. But I'm not sure if you ever saw me do that before on my videos. Normally I take plenty of water, but today I didn't bring my camel with me. I only brought one bottle. So anyways, this is what I use for those who have not seen it. This is called the Sawyer Mini. In my opinion, it's one of the best filtrations out there. You know, you have your dirty bag, you fill this up, attach it to the filter there and squeeze, and you got to be careful not to squeeze this too hard. You could burst the bag, but you squeeze that through there, and after a while you get a full thing of water, completely filtered. Yeah, and if you do a Google search on the Sawyer Mini, you'll get the specifications and just how many people are out there using them. But anyways, that's what I use. So this is so peaceful down here. I'm going to sit down here for a while on this rock and just enjoy myself. Water tastes good. All right, everybody, we're back on the main trail again. Seems to have leveled out a little bit. I can still hear that. I can still hear that water rushing pretty hard there to our left, but I think we've seen enough water. Continuing on. I just saw a herd of deer run right in front of me and headed up the hill there. Definitely white-tailed deer, about 6 of them. But they were moving pretty good. I don't know if I'll be able to see them. Yeah, I don't know where he went. They're gone now. I had my camera paused, just sitting in my right hand. I couldn't bring it up quick enough to get him. There he is. Barely see him. I don't know if you'll be able to see him up there though. I just barely saw a flicker of white somewhere right straight ahead. Yeah, he's up there all right. I only saw one though. I saw a flicker of his tail. Kind of startled me for a minute. Like I said, I was just putting on the miles here, deep in thought, and all of a sudden, galloping herd of white-tailed deer. Couldn't have been more than 20 feet in front of me. Well, we won't mess with the deer. We'll let them be. They're probably just out enjoying this spring day too. And there's the sign that we approached when we first started. We went left here, went up that way, and then of course we came back this way. So if there ever comes a day where I want to walk this again, I'll probably go right here up to the top of the mountain. But yeah, so the swimming pool's over here and we're right here, and we basically went all the way down here, up and back. So yeah, another trail done. Well, that concludes our hike at Morrow Mountain Hattaway Trail. I've already said it 2 or 3 times during this video. Definitely not a trail for anyone with health issues or anyone with kids. There is absolutely no way you would be able to push a stroller up that hill. I would definitely do this trail again. However, the next time when we leave the parking lot here and hit that sign, I'm probably going to go right. Coming down that hill was a lot prettier. You know, you went rolling down through the hills. It was green. We passed that creek on the way down. It was just a much more pleasant, prettier thing. You know, you can consider these videos a review of several parks in the area, trails, you know, especially for you North Carolina residents. And I know I've done Morrow Mountain a lot, and that's usually because it's pretty close to my house. When the weather breaks a little more, I'm definitely going to start spreading my wings a little more. There's a lot to see in North Carolina, a lot of different trails, a lot of different parks. And you know, if you like what you see here, if anything, you could subscribe for simply reviews of different trails and parks in the state, because I plan on hitting a lot of them. For now, I'm keeping it pretty close to home, but there's really only one other trail I want to go on in this park, and that is actually Morrow Mountain itself. And I hear that's a very grueling trail as well that leads you, you know, right up the side of Morrow Mountain. I don't know if it'll be more difficult than this or easier, but you know, stay tuned, and in the next few weeks I'm going to make a video on doing that trail as well. But anyways, y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the trails.